I see a lot of tutorial videos about how to make good beats using FL Studio, and I know that most people can't afford FL Studio, and so I'm going to show you how to make one on Soundtrap where it's free. I have the version where I pay $10 a month to have all the cool stuff. I'm just going to only use free things so that anyone can make this beat I'm about to make. Step 1, make it 145 beats per minute. Turn off the metronome, that should annoys me. And then we're going to start with making the drum beat. Now I'm going to make a trap beat because that's like the most common beat that everyone wants to know how to make. There's a few good sounds to make trap beats. But I think that the only free one that would be good is called Vanilla. But yeah, but it looks like the only free one I can do is Vanilla. I'm gonna start with this. First things first, I'm gonna put a kick on beat 1, and then snare on beat 3, my bad. It's pretty simple. And we're gonna fill in the rest with 8th note hi-hats. I'm gonna put another snare here. That's the first half. And then you go back in. See how this sounds. And now let's hear it all together. Pretty simple to just make the most basic, common trap beat. I'm going to copy and paste it. Now what you want to do is on the 4th bar, it's a good idea to make some sort of difference, like make it sound a little bit different at the end so it's not too repetitive. Maybe a little. To make a hi-hat roll, you come into the piano roll like this, and then you come in here, highlight your hi-hats, shorten them, copy, come up here to right after the first hi-hat, paste, listen to this. Simple. You just gotta know how to do these things. And maybe at the end of this one, I'll do. I think that's what I'm looking for. Yep. So now the whole thing sounds like this. Okay, now that we have the drum beat, I think it'd be a good idea to find a good melody. Now something that'll like hit hard is usually like a grand piano or like an electric guitar. We're gonna go with the piano. Okay, so first you kind of just lay down a note like that, and then you come back out, something you gotta do every time, and then make it longer like that. Give yourself enough space to make a melody. We gotta think of what chords we're gonna use. I think to make it kind of like feel a bit darker, I'm gonna use minor chords. So I'm gonna start with the easiest thing for me is C minor, but I always use that. It's fine, I'm just gonna keep using C minor. Here's the basic. Maybe that's cool. Let's keep going up the scale like this. Up the triad. See how this sounds? It's a bit too fast. Gonna spread it out a bit. then highlight them all. And bam, see how this sounds. That'd be cool, just up the scale like this. And go down like that. For my second chord, I am going to use a G minor though. So I gotta think of what the top note of G minor is. D. See how this sounds. Cool, cool, cool. See how this is. Yeah, we'll go with that's an. I don't want to take too much time making a melody. That sounds cool enough. I'm just gonna, bam. Cool. Something that I heard that I wanted to change is I want to make it sustain itself a bit longer. See how that sounds. Cool. Okay, now we gotta make kind of a sound to fill in the space. I used to use strings a lot, but it kind of sounds cheap to me. So what you want to find is a good synthesizer. Take this one. Yeah. That's just something to like fill in the empty space. And what you do, what I like to do to make it easier on myself is I copy what I've already done. As I just hate looking for notes all the time. Wait, I have them right here. I push Control X to just delete them like that. What you want to do is to keep all the notes next to each other so it doesn't feel like a big jump. I mean, it's okay with the melody, it sounds kind of cool, but for a spot like this, there you go. And then highlight it, fill it in the whole time. Something cool to do is take the bottom note of each one, make it a little bit shorter like this. Come grab a note like this. See where it would fill in the space. Bring it up an octave, right there, like that. B flat, up 2. Now listen how this sounds. What I might want to do is make it come in sooner because it kind of starts quiet then gets bigger. So yeah, I didn't hear it very well. Alrighty. And now Soundtrap doesn't have 808s, and that's something that's very important to your beat. 808 is kind of like what makes the hit feel harder, and so what we're gonna do to make the 808 effect is you go into your bass guitars, electric bass, clean electric, close enough to an 808, and then as always, don't like looking for notes, so I'm just going to take this one, stick it in here, take all of this, bring it down to C0. And you want your first 808, like the first beat, to be your root note. And so for these ones it would be C and G. And so the way that I'm going to go about this is, actually, G's too far away from the C. I don't think it's going to sound good, if I'm honest with myself. Oh, look, it tells you shortcuts. Delete is also backspace. I guess I've been doing cut for Control X. So I guess I could just click on it, do the backspace. Hey! I'm gonna make... You make kind of a little melody with the 808s. You don't really... It's something you don't really hear as much, but it makes a difference to have it. Yeah. I like to crank it up for trap beats though. Nice and loud. Now, we have pretty much all that we need, and I don't want to make this video too long, so now I'm going to work on the arrangement. A good place to start is to just have the main sound by itself. Kind of just take a moment to show it off, or just the chords by itself. Let's see how this sounds. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this track, and for the beginning I'm going to see if I can put any cool effects on it, like delay will make it kind of echo. Let's see how that sounds. That'd be good. And so we got the hit right there. Next thing we need now is, dang, I guess this is, then you copy this. Then you got kind of like your chorus area, your hook area right there. Then you kind of want to like bring it down for a hook. What you can do for that, bring it down for a verse. What you can do is you can take your chords usually, put them in the piano. See, that makes it a little bit more calmed down. But I remember something that I should have done earlier is these chords is on the same spot as the notes, and what I should have done is made it all a bit higher, like that. So you got your highs and your middles and your lows all at the same time. You want to be all over the spectrum like that. It makes it sound a bit more full. And then you come down for your verse like that. Good thing to do for a verse is kind of keep it simple, but you want to keep the beat rolling. You don't want it to lose momentum. And so a good thing to do is take what you have already for a beat and kind of go through and simplify it a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out, so it's quarter notes. I'm going to take out the extra snare. See, nice and simple. That's perfect. Take out the syncopated, that's what it's called, syncopation, when you have the, so we don't want the syncopation. That's good. Exactly. Oh God. I'm just gonna cut that one because that one's the same as the first one, so we're just gonna. How much time do I have? Okay.